Boom! What's going on, everybody? I've got a first-year Freightliner Classic XL to review today. But first, let's talk about the company on the model's door. Clarence L. Warner must have taken a leaf out of Al Snyder's book, because he, like Al, sold his car and bought his first truck at age 19. CL bought a Ford truck in 1956. And he began hauling cargo for other companies. In 1964, CL moved his company out of his home into a shop in Council Bluffs, Iowa. In 1977, Werner Enterprises moved to its current location in Omaha, Nebraska, becoming the company's global headquarters. By 1999, Werner had expanded operations into Mexico. Little did CL know that he would build a global company. Werner currently has a fleet of more than 8,000 trucks and 24,000 trailers, serving the United States and Canada. The company also operates trailer service in Mexico. Werner offers a variety of transportation services and transports a range of goods that includes beverages and foodstuffs, containers and paper products, lumber and building materials, plastic and metal products, and retail merchandise. When the administration of President Jimmy Carter deregulated trucking in 1980, it was a boon to Werner and others with the end of regulations. Werner, always looking for opportunities, jumped at the chance to expand and grow his company. Werner's customer base began to grow rapidly, and so did his fleet. CL Werner's operating philosophy was to provide superior on-time service to its customers at a low cost. To accomplish this objective, the company used premium class, state-of-the-art tractors and trailers, which were less likely to break down and which assisted it in attracting and retaining qualified drivers. In 1993, it was reported that all of the company's trucks had onboard computers, which connected truckers to headquarters via satellite, thus providing both the trucker and the home office with real-time information. June of 1998, Werner Enterprises, which had long emphasized information technology and the use of the latest advancements in communications, got a jump on its competitors when it introduced a paperless log system. This made Werner Enterprises the first national trucking company to make use of satellite technology logging rather than paper log books to follow truck movements and truckers' work hours. I will talk more about the history of e-logs in a future video. Drivers' hours and activities would automatically be recorded throughout the day on the computer unit located in their trucks, which would then transfer the information to Werner's computer system in Omaha. According to Clarence Werner, Werner Enterprises had worked for 3 years to create the paperless log system, but the long-term benefits for our customers, the general public, and Werner Enterprises far outweighs the significant investment of resources. And thus, the company moved into the end of the century much the same way it had been operating for years, successfully integrating new technologies and ideas into its daily operations for the good of its customers and its own growth. Werner's fleet grew and now consists of more than 8,000 tractors, 24,000 trailers, and approximately 13,000 associates and independent contractors worldwide. The main commodities of freight transported are retail store merchandise, consumer goods, manufactured goods, and grocery products. CL Werner believed in maintaining top quality equipment, requiring the best office talent and the best drivers. He believed that this was the road to success. He also believed in looking for opportunities and making use of them. Also, staying on the cutting edge of technology. So, when the Federal Motor Carrier Administration mandated electronic logs in all trucks, CL was way ahead of his competitors by already using electronic logs for years prior to the mandate. Now, to look at the first gear replica of an iconic Werner Enterprises Freightliner truck.
This is a 1/64 scale Freightliner Classic XL tractor with high-rise stand-up sleeper and 53-foot dry van trailer for Werner Enterprises, specialized carrier of Omaha, Nebraska. It comes in special Werner Enterprises packaging, which they offer in runs of 504 or more. You can get special packaging. It's for ages 10 and up. And I'll show you all the packaging because it looks really cool. At the top, it's got what's in the box plus the Werner logo. It's in Werner blue. The ends of the box have the cutout so you can see the trailer. And then you can see the front. You can see the front of the truck in there. A little bit of a shadow, so it's hard to see. And this is a true first gear. This was long before first gear acquired DCP, so all of this is first gear tooling. And on the back, it has a picture of the real truck and about it. The Freightliner truck was an early workhorse for Werner Enterprises. In 1971, Werner Enterprises purchased 10 Freightliner tractors, its largest fleet at the time. Today, thousands of Freightliners successfully transport diverse commodities throughout the country. As Werner crosses borders and employs thousands, the Freightliner plays an important role in the successful arrival of many shipments. And back in the early 90s, these Freightliner Classics were very, very prominent in their fleet. As I said earlier, Werner bought premium class tractors, and this is the proof of it. This is a model of some of the best in their fleet. Now we'll go on and open them up and show him off. Being the first gear tooling, this is actually more accurate to 64 scale than any of the DCPs. It came in that hardboard box with a window, and it has this 2-piece blister to hold the truck. There's also a little white cardboard piece to make it look like it's not in a brown box. And then these boxes, the lid lifted up like I just did, and the trailer was wedged in, and then the cab was wedged in instead of pulling off the other way. Just a minor difference that first gear did in the early days of their 64 scale. The trailer is painted in Werner Enterprises metallic blue. It's got a great rendition of their logo up there and the Werner.com logo. DOT striping, a hazmat placard that's just a tampo on, and then it's got the caution wide turns and the turn signal in the center of the trailer. It has screw-down type landing gear, although this is a finer detailed landing gear than the DCPs. 4-hole steel wheels on the rear, and they're painted white, and then it's got mud flaps on the back. Those mud flaps say Werner Enterprises Specialized Carrier on both of them in white lettering, and they're black plastic mud flaps. It's got a really nice bumper on the back with DOT striping. It has brake lights, marker lights, brake lights, and more marker lights. Cam locks and the hinges are all tampoed in silver. It has a We Hire banner. No more paper logs because Werner was the big paper log guy at the beginning. A Werner.com and a Werner logo. Now the doors do open to reveal a very nice detailed interior. It has a wood floor and the wood sides with a little scuff plate down the side. At the bottom, run a pallet beside. Really nice. This is a heavy die-cast trailer. Okay, now the sides of these trailers are totally smooth. There's no rivet detail on them like the others. There is some detail at the top and the bottom, and I kind of like this smooth because it is actually easier to put other decals and customize the trailers. And on this side, similar graphics and all the same parts. Look underneath, die-cast bottom. A really nice, well, it looks more like a drive tire instead of a trailer tire, but real nice axles with brake canisters and air ride suspension. Also, up here you can see the kingpin is in the proper position, unlike DCP trailers where it's sunk in. It sits flat with the plate on the bottom of the truck. Then it says copyright 2004 First Gear Inc., Peosta, Iowa, USA, and that's cast into the bottom of the trailer. On the front, it has just your hookups for your air lines and your electric lines, and up here it has some marker lights. And then it's metallic blue. They tampoed the corners in a silver paint to sort of simulate chrome or aluminum. Top is just silver. Pretty nice. Now let's set the trailer down and talk about the tractor. I've talked about the First Gear trailer before in another video, but I have not talked about the Freightliner Classic XL before that they have done, and they did a really, really nice job on that truck. Now, being a little finer detail on these and smaller and more accurate to scale than the DCPs, these landing gear are a little bit harder to put down than the DCP, but they still go down, so you can set the trailer off by itself. There you go. And this is their Freightliner Classic XL tractor. It has chrome stacks, the mufflers are there, and then the little heat shield detail is a decal that's of black dots put on. There's a grab bar, mirrors, air cleaners, steps with diamond plate and battery box, fuel tanks, has a chrome piece down here that's got a Freightliner logo on it, and then a chrome piece that goes under the door. Fenders, turn indicators that are up on top of the fenders are individual plastic pieces that are sort of painted amber. Got a marker light here. It's DOT numbers right there. Rides on 10-hole chrome wheels, front and rear, with black center caps. And these are true to scale 64th 22-inch wheels, whereas the DCPs are bigger. Mud flaps, quarter fenders, and then steps to climb up there. On the front, isn't this cool? Freightliner logo. The two hood mirrors, which made life so much easier for drivers. Headlights are individual jewel style. Now you can see that the hood shakes because the hood does open. It's got the grab bar there, and then it's got the tapered ends on the chrome bumper. Grille is also chrome. On the visor, it has the roof clearance lights. Up top of the sleeper, it has a window, and then there's the Werner logo. Over on the passenger side, same details. Window up in the sleeper, door here, and a grab bar. There's also a loop step there, steps here, fuel tanks, and all the rest. Now we'll go on around to the back side here, and you can see it actually has finer detail wire, much better wire than the DCPs used for their hoses and the air lines and the electric lines. Grab bars all around so you can get up on it. Brake lights and one backup light, and Werner Enterprises branded mud flaps. It has the drive tread on the tires, and then it has a die-cast fifth wheel plate that pivots a little bit and will hold any of the DCP and First Gear trailers, or any other trailer with a single straight kingpin. Now it is slid pretty far forward, so you're going to need a trailer with the landing gear pretty far back in order to hitch up to this guy. Underneath the truck, you can see it has a steerable front end. Now, it's not the positionable that the DCPs have. It is steerable. It doesn't click in place. Front spring suspension. There's the tie rod. The bottom of the engine detail. Bottom of the transmission. Your drive shafts. Rear axle detail with differentials. Air brake canisters and air ride suspension with the airbag cannon right there. It has two air tanks. You can see the bottom of the fuel tanks, and they have cast in the licensing marks for Freightliner and First Gear's logos at the bottom of the steps. You also see there's steps on both sides to climb up onto the deck plate, which is chrome plated, which I didn't talk about. Now, First Gear was awesome. They did steer tread on the front and drive tread on the drive axles. They didn't do trailer tread on the tires, but at least we had a steer tread and a drive tread. Really nice that they did a difference. Up top, we'll show you off. It's got the chrome deck plate, and you can see the airlines. Now, I'll show under the hood. See the hood tilts? First Gear, if you ask me, actually did a better job than DCP when it came to detailing out the truck. Detailed engine under the hood. You have all the piping for the charge air system, fan blades in the fan and the radiator there. Around on this side, there's the turbocharger, and all the piping. Really cool what they did. And something else, there's a few of you guys out there that really like opening parts, and you're going to love this. Opening doors. Driver's door and passenger door open on this truck. How about that? And then look inside. Steering wheel, gear shift, 2 seats, dashboard, and floor in the cab. Now there's no detail in the sleeper, but I wouldn't complain about that. You can also see it even has really nice door panels. Really cool how much detail they put into this truck. Now let's go on and hook him up. And I didn't put that landing gear far enough down that I really need to screw it up, so there we go. Show it first with doors open and the hood open. Right there. And of course the trailer doors do open. Then let's close that all up and show it off and talk about it. And that is the Freightliner Classic XL high roof condo sleeper with 53-foot dry van for Werner Enterprises, specialized carrier of Omaha, Nebraska. This is a 1/64 scale diecast model that was made by First Gear using all First Gear tooling. It is true 1/64 scale. And it replicates the premium trucks and the commitment that Werner had to buying premium class trucks. And Werner ran lots of these trucks from the late 80s all the way into the early 2000s when the classics were around. They were running them. And this is actually after 1998 because it had the E-Log banner on the back for recruiting drivers, talking about their electronic logs, no more paper logs. A Werner invention.
Werner Enterprises started from humble beginnings and rose to be a world-class leader in trucking. They have always ran some of the finest equipment available, like the Freightliner Classic XL that First Gear replicated in 64 scale. 64 scale is my favorite scale, but not all categories of replicas are made in 64 scale. So please grab my report on scale to see what scale is most common for the items that you most enjoy. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please hit that like button to help me out, and if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. I'm Logan, the 64th Gear Jammer Skeele, and I'll be back soon with another episode of Toy Talk.